Yo! Yo. RX back with another recap of UFC Winnipeg Mallet versus Burns. We back with another recap, or should I say recrap would probably be more fitting, for a card in Canada. And a fucking great sign that was shit. As if there was ever a fucking debate to be made if it was gonna be shit or not. Yeah, it was shit. And it looked shit on paper, and it was about that shit in execution. Yeah, it was a normal Canada card. There was bullshit, there were bad fights, a gem, one gem, there was a few watchable fights, and the rest was pretty fucking poo. And, yeah, what more can I really say? This card sucked. Is it 326 bad? After some time to think about it and really look at 326, no, it's better than 326. Whatever that says about 326 is up to you, but yeah, it's definitely the second worst card of the year. And I'm dreading talking about it, because I fucking dreaded watching it. So, the key word I would use to describe this card was miserable. Watching it felt miserable. I was miserable watching it. That's the same thing, I guess. And it was awful. So there was one highlight, which is the thumbnail. The rest was okay. The rest is either not offensive or fucking awful. So yeah, not looking forward to talking about those, but it should be one of the quicker videos I've ever made. And let's get into it, I guess. Do I want to? Fuck no, but yeah, I do. So, that being said, the only thing left to say before we do get into this shit is the normal YouTube bullshit of the normal. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And unless I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am, I believe the only thing left to talk about here is this shitty card. It was dreadful to break down, they are more dreadful to recap. 12 fights, trust me, most of them are not getting an in-depth breakdown. To be honest, there's only going to be 4 fight ideas. So, oh boy, the less I gotta talk about here, the better. And, yeah, what more can I say? So, let's get into it, shall we? UFC Winnipeg, the second worst card of the year. That's a high honor, I guess. Canada cards always suck. How did this one? Let's talk about it. 12 fights, you ready? I'm fucking not. Let's just get this over with. Beginning was the first fight of the night, which upset, and actually, again, one of the better fights of the night. I'd say maybe one of my top 3 favorite fights on the card. Beginning with the upset in the first Canadian L of many on this card. We had the opening fight of the night, and I wish it was a telling of things to come. We had Giannis versus Jamie Siraj. Yeah, this Siraj dude's fucking garbage. He has a good story, he can't fight for shit. Yeah, long story short, fight started, really nothing happened, both threw little nothing shots for about 2 minutes before Giannis hit a big, I believe it was right hand that dropped Siraj, and that's the beginning of the end there. I believe he got up and dropped him again, and then ground and pounded him out to get the win. Yeah. Really good performance from John Giannis here. Siraj is fucking terrible. And, yeah. I guess having a stupid fucking story that is meaningless can get you in UFC when you have no talent, so... Finally, I start tonight again. Probably my top 3 or 4 favorite fights of the card, which, again, most of them I hated, so that says a lot. And, yeah, good. I'll take the L here, John Giannis. I did say either the fight would be determined by, would only be an upset if A, Siraj is terrible, or B, Giannis is shockingly good. I believe the first one played more of a factor than the second one, because again, Siraj is shit, so not really much else you can say there. Pretty basic, good, quick finish to be in the night. Canada stays losing on these cards, and yeah, what more can you really say here? So, good way to begin the night, one of the higher points of the night, and let's talk about fighters, shall we? Beginning with the winner here, John Giannis, moving to 1-1 now in UFC, or I got the 1-0 in a full camp in his natural weight class, so good for him there. Yeah, dude looked pretty fine. Looked like he had good power in his hands. And about really all we got to see, because the extent of grappling was throwing him down and elbowing the shit out of him, so it's not really great grappling. And yeah, he looked good. He was a much better fighter, getting really good power in his hands, it would seem, especially for bantamweight. And for his first fight at bantamweight in the UFC on a fuller camp, closer to full camp, he looked good. Not gonna act like, oh, he's gonna be a top guy in the UFC. No, of course fucking not. But I here instantly jumped over about 20 of the bottom tier bantamweights in the division, and yeah, we'll see how he does in the next fight. Fucking a full camp, he might have beat Bashi in hindsight, and yeah, dude looked good. What more can you really say? And yeah, good first one in the UFC. Should've got a bonus in my opinion, but if you had to give out bonuses for this card, outside of one, he could've got a bonus, it would've been fine, but no luck. But still, UFC win. Good for him. As for the opponent here, the loser, the first of many Canadian losers on this card, Jamie Siraj, now 0-1 in UFC, taking it to his UCL, and yeah, he's trash. Pretty simple. You can have the nicest story you want. Oh, I battled back from this. You probably shouldn't have, because God, you suck. God, you're fucking terrible. Yeah. Fuck your stupid story. You can't fight for shit. You're a joke. And, yeah. Dude, the can. So, I said is he worse than LeBlanc? LeBlanc might have showed a bit more. So, yeah, terrible fucking signing. Dude's terrible. Thank God he was not connected with you. He would've got fucking murdered. And, yeah, fuck your stupid story. You can't fight for shit, and you suck. There you go. With that being said, the only thing left to say is, who should they fight next? For the winner here, just how is he gonna do in his second fight at bantamweight in the UFC? Never thought I'd be giving John a fight idea, but why not? I could see happening, but maybe not. It's not really a fight that, if they did or didn't do, anyone would give a fuck about. But I'd be down to see Giannis against Kazama. Toshimi Kazama. Yeah, it would be an easy can win for Giannis, but why not give him that? Kazama's better than fucking Siraj, so what does that tell you? It would get Kazama out to UFC ideally, and yeah, run it, why not? So coming off getting fucked up by Elijah Smith, look at Giannis and Kazama could be a random Apex prelim any fucking month and no one would care. And yeah, run it. Pretty simple. Give Giannis a free win against someone actually better than Siraj. And yeah, I'd pick Giannis in that fight easily, so book it. Simple. So not really much else to be said there. Again, for James Raj, dude's fucking terrible. I would love if he got cut, but they're all 99% of the time you're gonna get a second chance in the UFC, and they'll give him one and he'll lose again because he's fucking terrible. So people really hype this guy up. I picked him because I thought, oh, he can't be that shitty. Yeah, he is. And, yeah, this dude sucks, so. And that's not a good start for the Canadians, but they also sent one of their shittiest fighters out there, so what does that tell you? So, yeah, not very much else to say there. I'm getting one of the brightest spots of the card, which should say a fucking lot. And, yeah, good win for John Giannis. Dude looked fine, and who should he fight next? I'd be down to see him against Kazama. Why not? It makes sense. It'd be an easy win for Giannis, and give him it. So, that's an Apex prelim. Any day of the goddamn week. And, look at, not really much else you can say there, so. Good win for Giannis. Kickoff tonight, sending the Canadians their first L of many, and yeah, good upset win. Hopefully some people didn't bet on Giannis, or no one picked him, so good win for Giannis. And I always want to say Antetokounmpo after saying his last name, but that's much different. And yeah, one of the only bright spots of the card. Siraj is garbage. And good one for Giannis. Let's see him beat up Kazama next. And, not really much else to say there. And then, after that, not a bullshit draw, if I can't say the bullshit begins here. I get it, I don't agree with it. And we have our second fight of the night, and of course, it's a UFC card in 2026. We need a draw, as we had in our second fight of the night in the bantamweight back-to-back fights in the bantamweight division. This is a catchweight, close enough. We had in our normal draw of the week, because we gotta have one every week. We had in what should one fight of the night, if we're gonna give out a fight of the night bonus. We had John Castaneda versus Mark Vologden. Not gonna call it a robbery. I don't agree with the decision, but I do get it a bit, and plus it saved me from taking an L, so I'll take it. And yeah, why was this a draw, you may ask? Round 1 was the only close round of the fight. I think Castaneda took the round, but I guess I gotta give it to Vologden. Round 2, Castaneda kicked Vologden in the dick twice. So he got a point taken, but easily won that round, so 9-9. And then round 3 again, all Castaneda, kind of just piecing up the much shorter guy. And that all leads to a decision, and because judges fucking love draws, of course, it's a fucking draw. Instead, I had a 29-27. I think Castaneda easily won this fight. Again, I guess round 1's close, but I don't agree with it. And yeah, 28-27. So verdict says fucking. I think that's not right, but either way, yeah, fucking Castaneda should have got the win here, but I guess a draw still keeps his job, just is not the right scorecard. And yeah, decent fight though, very fun fight as expected with Vologden. And yeah, one more can you really say here, so fun fight as expected. Sadly ends in a draw, which unlike a few of the other ones we've seen in the last month, is not bullshit. And yeah, fun fight. Not very much to say there. To talk about who should have been the winner here first, John Castaneda. Keeping his UFC job at least. This was definitely a job on the line fight for him, but he didn't lose. Now 4-4-1 in the UFC. Again, he should have won this fight. So he should be 5-4, but whatever. He still keeps his job, and yeah, he looked good here. He looked like John Castaneda we've seen him before, who was very decent. And he kind of showed up to his ability this fight, which is kind of rare to see from Castaneda, but it's good to see him do it at times, especially when it's needed, like here. So it looked good. Again, should have got the win here, kind of got fucked out of that, but whatever. And yeah, dude looked good. One more can you really say? Should have walked away with a win here, but he still keeps his job. And if we see this Castaneda more often, I know it's been said a few times with him in the past, but if we can see this Castaneda more, dude's pretty fucking good, just he has to show this version of himself a lot more, so hopefully he can get back in there pretty quickly and get another win, like he should have got here, so not much else to say there. As for the opponent, can't say the loser, this man on the card, because he definitely should have took a loss here. The other half of the draw, Mark Volodin, falling to 0-1 in the UFC. Yeah, he needs to move to flyweight immediately. He's just too small for bantamweight. Like, I get he's a really buff dude, but he could easily make flyweight, and he'd probably be pretty scary down there. Yeah, he just can't fight at bantamweight. He's just too small. We saw that a bit on a Contender Series, and even more here, that he's just too small. He has talent. He's a durable motherfucker. He has some talent, but he just needs to move to flyweight. And hopefully he does, because I think at flyweight, dude could make some fucking noise. At bantamweight, he's just always going to be too small, and it's going to lose him fights that, skill-wise, he could win, but size-wise, he's kind of fucked. So, hopefully, again, they can get him hopefully he decides to move down to flyweight, and, yeah, not a great showing here, but he, of course, was tough, as always, and again, got very lucky by the draw, and, yeah, let's hopefully see him at flyweight next, because I think there he could be no debate, he'd be better, and I actually think he would make some noise down there, so hopefully he can cut the extra 10 and make 125. That being said, not really much to be said here. Can't give a fighter deal for a draw. At least you could, but it'd be fucking stupid. And, yeah. Again, I think Castaneda should have won this fight. I think not robbery, especially with what we're about to talk about, but still feels like, yeah, this was wrong. And, yeah, fun fight. Again, my pick for fight of the night if you had to give one out. But, yeah, not much bad to say here outside of the decision being a little shaky. Castaneda looked good. Should have got the win. Vlogden is still really fun and tough, but he needs to move down to flyweight. And, yeah, not really much more you can say there, so. Sucks to get a draw every fucking week at this point. This has, I don't know the record for draws in a year. 2026 might have it already, because it's like every week. Padilla, fucking, like, I'm not thinking of them right now because they're fucking draws, but there's been like at least 5, and it's only April. That's probably how many we've got in like 2 years. So, it's getting annoying, and, add a sudden death round already. Not very much to say there. Sucks to see another draw, but at least it's understandable. And, yeah, fun fight. Sadly, no winner. But, for a scorecard that is fuck all understandable, no one can understand what the fuck they were watching here, and I agree. As we had third fight of the night in the flyweight division, one of the weirdest robberies I've ever fucking seen. We had in our third fight of the night in the robbery of the night. That says a lot when there's another one on the main card, but this one was much worse. We had in the flyweight division for number 14th ranking, which should be going to someone else after this fight, but no one hates Canadians more than their own judges. We had in the robbery of the night, JJ Aldridge versus Jamie Lynn Horth. You know, to be honest, I don't know which one happens more frequently at this point, draws or fucking robberies. I guess they're kind of one and the same after a while. So, I've never been this confused after a decision. Like, one day I read it, I was like, huh? Because everyone on Earth agrees this was 30-27 Horth. But RX, how do they score it for Aldridge if everyone agrees? I don't know. I fucking don't know. I wish I had an answer to your question, but literally no one on Earth scored this fight for Aldridge, outside stupid people who probably picked her, and these idiots. I'm like, I wasn't even mad at this video, I was just fucking confused, because, like, what did I watch? Like, no matter what you look at, the stats, Horth won, the damage, Horth won, the fight, Horth won. I wasn't even paying attention to this fight fully, and I can still tell you Chamberlain Horth won this fight 30-27. Like, JJ Aldridge knew she lost this fight, so what does that tell you? And it's fucking bullshit. Again, no one hates Canadians more than their own judges. And, yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Jamie Lynn-Horth won this fight, should have a ranking next to her name on Tuesday, but instead she got fucking shafted at home. It wasn't even a split. I would have respected a split more, but all three, 29-28, they had a parlay to hit, and they hit it, so got on them, and it's complete bullshit, so I don't know what else to say here. Is it the worst robbery of the year? I still say no. I still say Laurel Murphy, but yeah, it was probably number 2. This was unexcusable. I'll listen to the fucking case for a few of them. Not this one. There is no case to be made, and I won't have to listen to anything, because no one's gonna try and make that fucking case, so Horth got fucked here, and yeah, bullshit. What more can I say? Horth clearly won this kickboxing match for 15 minutes. But somehow judges had to hit their parlay. I don't know what to say, so normal Canadian bullshit. Can we stop doing cards here? Here in Brazil are the fucking worst, I swear to God. And then after that, we stay in the females for a fight that was not shit, and actually was fun to get another one of the few not awful fights on this card, as we go from a bullshit decision to a perfectly correct decision in our 4th fight of the night in the women's bantamweight division. We had a fight I got completely wrong, so it went exactly how I worried it would. We had Melissa Croden versus Daria Lesniakova. This is what I feared picking Lesniakova, that she would start off great, which she did. She easily won round 1, no debate, and then she faded. And Croden just put a pace on her, and Lesniakova faded, lost round 2, lost round 3, 29-28 for Melissa Croden. Completely agree, and yeah, this was what I worried most about with picking Lesniakova, because I do think she is a better fighter, but her cardio is worse, and that showed here, so that fucking gassing out will make everyone worse than their opponent, and that's what happened here, so good for Croden. She had a perfect game plan. She knew what to do, and Daria just had no energy, had no cardio, and yeah, that's was my biggest worry picking Lesniakova. So, and again, she looked great in round 1. She easily won. Because after that, everything went wrong. So yeah, good on Croden, man. Pushed the pace and broke. Lesniakova, same thing she did with Lisboa. So got on her, and not really much else to say there. So let's talk about the winner here, the first official Canadian winner, even up second, because Jamie Horth won. For the winner here, Melissa Croden, rising to 2-1 in the UFC, both wins in Canada, so, you know, she's getting pretty good at winning at home. Luana still her only loss in the UFC, and Cavalcante, 2 pretty solid L's. One really solid L, one Luana Santos. Yeah, Croden is still about what I thought. She's fine. Is she a top 15 level fighter? Women's bantamweight, maybe. Is she the most skilled? No. Is she just a pain in the ass to fight because she doesn't stop? Yeah, I would say that's very accurate. And, yeah, she just has great cardio. She knows how to push a pace, and if you're not ready for that, you don't got the cardio for it, you are going to have a bad night, and that happened again here. So maybe not the most skilled fighter, but just a smart fighter in terms of just pushing a pace and breaking you. So good on Croden getting the win here, and 2-1 now in UFC. looking dang good. Lesniakova was a good win, and see where she goes from here. So not really much else to say there. As for the opponent here, the loser, Daria Lesniakova, falling to 500 in the UFC, about as many letters are in her last name. 2-2 now in the UFC, win lose. Yeah, we'll see how she bounces back here. She still, her cardio just is a giant issue for her, and we kind of saw that against Eileen. We saw that a bit against Rendon. Her cardio is just not strong, and outside of that, she's skilled. She's a pretty skilled kickboxer, but that cardio is just not really there, and cost her a fight here. So see how she'll bounce back from this. Hopefully, we'll see if she can get some better cardio, and yeah, she's still one of the better unranked fighters, whoever that's worth in this division. But yeah, just not really a cardio machine. That was her downfall here. If she had enough cardio just to bag round 2, she would have won easily, but she has shit cardio and couldn't handle the pressure, so she faded and lost. Couldn't handle the pace, what I worried most about, and I'll take the L there. Not much else to say. With that being said, the only thing left to be said here is, who should they fight next for Melissa Croden? In a division that has like 7 people in it, there's not many options, but I think a very obvious idea would be her versus Claudia Saigula. Both 2-1. Do it. Everyone else is either in the top 15 or booked mainly, unless you ever fight fucking Alice Pereira or no one else. So yeah, Saigula, both are 2-1, and either have a fight booked. Probably do that fight a couple months, or you could wait for Canada and next in October or whatever. Run it. Simple. That's a tough one to pick. I'd probably pick Croden, but we'll see. And yeah, look it. Why not? Simple. Really no other option unless you ever a top 15 fight for no fucking reason. So we'll see what happens. And with that being said, not really much else to be said here. Again, for the Lesniakova, we'll see how she bounces back. We'll probably fight one of the lower level fighters in the division, and yeah, probably bounce back just fine. As for Croden, good win, of course. Fine fight, no really issue with it. And who should they fight next for Croden? I think her and Claudia Saigula makes a lot of sense, so book it, why not? And yeah, what more can I really say here? It's one bantamweight. I think that's 2 fights in a row now. The event, that's not terrible. Pereira fight was good. This was all right. Maybe they're getting better in their own right. We'll find out next week in the co-main. And yeah, good one for Croden here, getting Canada back on the board, and proving me to be fucking stupid. So good one for Croden. Just push the pace Daria cannot keep up with, and yeah, 2-1 now in the UFC. See Croden versus Saigula. That's an Apex prelim any day of the week, or a Canadian prelim. So there you go. Not very much else to say there. And that was definitely the last good fight for maybe about 45 minutes on this shitty card. As after that, we go to our 5th fight of a back-to-back. I'm going to run through pretty quickly because I so don't care. And we had in our 5th fight of the night in the heavyweight division. No, it was definitely not Josh Hogan and Curtis Blades. We had instead Gokhan Sarikam versus Tanner Boser. God, this was fucking terrible. It was sloppy, normal, shitty, low-level heavyweight. good to see heavyweight back to normal. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste time here. Tanner Boser is still fucking garbage. This Gokhan dude is a normal heavyweight. He hits hard. About it. They both suck. Cut Boser again, please. Gokhan ain't gonna do shit in the UFC. And, yeah, what more can I really say here? Boser's still shit. Gokhan's just a normal heavyweight with no talent, but has good power. And, yeah, this was normal, shitty, low-level heavyweight, so don't care. Next. And then for a fight I cared about even less somehow, and it might have been worse as well. We had in our co-main in the prelims, maybe one of the most pathetic debuts I've ever fucking seen. We had in our co-main in the prelims, one of the most pointless signings ever. We had Robert Valentin versus Julian LaBlanche. Well, I did ask this question: if he's the underdog versus Valentin, the UFC must sign the worst fighter possible. Yeah, they did. I can barely remember anything from this fight outside of it starting, and eventually Valentin got him down and locked up a rear naked choke and won. How did you make Robert Valentin look like a good fighter? I'm not gonna waste fucking time here. LeBlanc is maybe the worst middleweight on the roster. I'm definitely the worst middleweight on the roster now. Can cut him as well. And for Valentin, he's still fucking terrible, but you know, he could be a guy who is just fucking pathetic, so what more can I say here? LeBlanc is one of the worst signings I've ever fucking seen. Still better than Patchy Mix. And Valentin is Robert Valentin. He's fucking terrible, so next. I'm not wasting my time here. But a fight that will get a good amount of time because it was the highlight of the card, the thumbnail here, and amazing. As we go to our featured prelim. Thank God this was a featured prelim. In the featherweight division, we saw a body get taken here. As we had in our featured prelim in the featherweight division, the lock of the night got back on track here with the highlight of the night as well. Then maybe the knockout of the year. We had to end the prelims with a bang. Marcio Barbosa versus Dennis Bazookia. Yeah, we might have saw a murder on live television here. Not really much to say. Fight started. They were very feeling out process until Barbosa just did a beautiful boxing fucking combination or whatever. Ducked under a shot, threw a beautiful left hook and sent Bazookia out cold, dead. No follow-ups needed, and it was one of the most clean knockouts you'll ever fucking see, so that was awesome. What more can I say? Highlight of the card, the only good thing that happened on this card, fucking really, and yeah, this was awesome, so pretty simple. If you didn't see this clip, go and watch it, and yeah, it's 11-1 on locks, baby. Let's talk about the man who got the win. That being the star of the card, Marcio Barbosa, moving to 1-0 now in UFC and looked damn good doing it. Catch again, caught another body for funsies, and yeah, this was cool. What more can you really say here? Amazing knockout, and yeah, simple. This guy looks good. This guy has bombs in his hands. What is that now? 15 first round knockouts. Dude looks good, man. Got power, clean striker. Yeah, I think he even has a few submission wins. It looks like a good fucking prospect, and gave us one of the knockouts of the year so far. Simple. Great fucking debut. Can't have a much better debut than that. And simple. Not much else to say there. As for the loser here, like always, Dennis Bazookia, shockingly getting knocked out like always because he fucking sucks. Now 1-4 in the UFC. yeah, I think it's time to cut him. True, like usually I usually don't, so if I'm on a chopping block to he lost 3 in a row. But yeah, you can cut him here. He's fucking terrible. 1-4 in UFC, and that one win was Connor Shitty Matthews. If I never saw Bazookia fight again, I'd be more than content. And yeah, he's just terrible. Like, yeah, I'll give him that. He's fought 4 pretty good fighters, and he's looked super outclassed in every single one of them. He's just not fucking good. And yeah, cut him. What more can I really say there? So, not really much to say. Again, he's lucky not to get cut after punching the goddamn fan, so maybe he should stick to doing that, because it'll seem like the only fight he can actually win, so there you go. With that being said, the only thing left to say now is, who should I fight next? I go through Bazookia, because he's actually ranked as featherweight. Next, the only real opponent I could find that's like, okay, I would be down to see that. Well, not down to see that, but I could actually see happening. I'm down to see him fight Conor Offley. A, he would send Conor Offley to a new fucking dimension. And B, why not? You could have him fight Gabriel Santos, who did beat him before the UFC, but I don't think he would do that yet. I think Khan would make a lot more sense. Plus, if Gabriel even still fighting. And, yeah, why not? Khan, it would be another nice build-up fight for Marcio against someone better than Bazookia, which says a lot. And, yeah, do it. Why not? Let's let Marcio knock Khan into a new fucking dimension. Get a little more hype under him, and then give him a guy like Gabriel or someone better. And, yeah, simple. Not really much more I can say there. Book it. I never mind seeing Khan beat up. So, book it. And with that being said, not really much more to be said there. Amazing knockout, one of the best of the year. Can go watch the clip if you missed it. And, yeah, what more can I say? Highlight of the card. That being said, the only thing left to say is for against Bazookia, again, cut him. I see no reason to give him another fight. He's shown now in 4 fights he's shit. In 1 fight he could be the worst fighter featherweight I've seen in a long time, so what does that tell you? And, yeah, cut him. As for Barbosa, definitely start the card. And who should he fight next? Down to him fight Conor Offley. Makes sense, be a bit of a step up. And, book it, why not? So, pretty simple. Give him another easy knockout highlight before giving him a real opponent. And, yeah, what more can you say here? Got a bonus, obviously. Looked good. And, simple. Highlight of the card and the prelims. Something good had to happen on these prelims. And, this was that. So, there you go. Not much else to say there. Great way to end the prelims with a fucking bang. And for the first time in a long time, there you go. They're the prelims under 40 minutes. Yeah, they just sucked. I don't know what to say. 3 of the first 4 fights were alright, but if I never saw them, I wouldn't be upset. This bullshit, not that. These fights were fucking garbage. I mean, this was awesome. 1 really good, 3 really okay, and 2 and 3 really terrible. 1, 3, and 3, could be worse. Still better than the main card, and it seems. And, yeah, one more I can really say here. So, 1 good prelim, really worst thing. I have nothing much more to care about. And, yeah, sadly, main card deal was not better, so started to talk about it, so let's get out the way. Beginning of the main card opener, another fight I got badly wrong, but I don't care. As we had in our opening fight of the main card, a really whatever fight that is already forgettable. We had in our main card opener, still should have been Barbosa opening the main card, but instead we got a lightweight gauge Young versus Thiago Moises. Fuck if I know how this was a split decision when I do know that at least they got it right. Young did win this fight and I got it wrong, so fuck him. Round 1, Moises did really good, got Young down and threatened with submissions. Then after that he faded and looked super fucking old. Young took over in round 2, doing enough to win it, and then in round 3 he dropped Moises, got close to finishing him a few times, and walked away for 29-28 W. Fucking Thiago Moises, you old motherfucker. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste much time here. Young is still terrible. I'm not gonna be fucking convinced Gage Young is some great fighter. He's so shit. Let's see him do this against Moises from 3 years ago, 4 years ago. He ain't. Trust me. And for Moises, this was just a fucking pathetic performance. He looked checked out. He looked old. And, yeah, he looks GFL, MVP, whatever, bound after a fight like this. So, easily the worst loss of his career. Never should be losing to a guy of this level. And, yeah, he just looks checked out, so not really much more I can say there. About that, not gonna waste time to fight you, because I could care so less who the fuck Gage Young fights next. And, yeah. What more can I say here? No way this should have been a split decision, but again, judges are fucking stupid. And, yeah, shitty fucking whatever fight. Moises is super old. And, Young is still not good till proven otherwise. So you beat Machate, who's awful, and Thiago Moises, who's old. Yeah, you're still not convincing me this guy's good. So, whatever, main card fight. Not even the worst on the main card somehow. And, yeah, completely fucking forgettable. But the fight to take that worst fight on the card trophy does go to our second fight of the main card in the women's flyweight division. If the robbery earlier wasn't bad enough, here's just a terrible fight, but at least got the right winner. And we had in our second fight of the main card in the flyweight division, the worst fight on the card. God, nothing happened here. We had Jasmine Jazz the Vicious versus Karine Silva. And like I've said a few times now, this is what I feared for this fight, that Jasmine would come in looking very scared, safe, tense, whatever, and it would be lame. And that's what happened. She looked completely like she was just trying to fight safe, the complete opposite of Jasmine Jazz Vicious, and it did end up in a win that nice UFC.com doesn't care to show, but, you know, it was clear 29-28 Jazz Vicious. Karine easily won round 1, a bit better, but then round 2 and 3, Jasmine took over and got the win. Not really much to elaborate on there. It was bad. It was the worst fight on the card, and, yeah, again, this is just what I was worried about seeing here, a very safe, timid Jasmine, and that's what we got. Even that version still easily beats Karine Silva, but yeah, this version, Jasmine would have never got as far as she did before that Manon fight, so yeah, Manon fight looked like it changed her for the worse, and yeah, very terrible fight here, not the Jasmine we usually see, and yeah, I didn't expect this fight to be a barn burner. I picked Jazz by decision, but I definitely did not expect her to be fucking this bad. And, yeah, this fight was terrible, so what more can I really say there? To talk about the fighters here, beginning off the winner, the cost of being godly boring, Jasmine Jazz the Vicious. Now 9-3 in the UFC, very good. This is her worst performance in the UFC. She just was timid, scared, safe, whatever. This is not the same Jasmine we saw on this winning streak. She was just trying to win, not trying to get a finish. And it sucks to see that, Jasmine, but what we got here, of this Jasmine fights a lot of the division. She's not gonna win, but she fought one of the worst fighters in it, so now at 37 years old, back in the winning column, she might get one more chance to climb the top 5. But yeah, she just didn't look improved here, and she looked the worst she's ever looked, so timid and just not the same, so hopefully she can get back to looking like Jasmine after this, but I just really have my doubts, and that Manon fight changed her for the worse. She didn't look better, her striking was still nothing, and that's kind of what this fight was. Nothing. As for the opponent here, the usual loser herself, Karine Silva, now on a 4-fight losing streak. No shocker when you're this fucking terrible. Should be 4-4 in the UFC, because again, she's lost all of these fights. Yeah, she is terrible. I don't know what to say. She's just a shit fighter. I wish they would cut her, but obviously they won't. But, yeah, not winning a fight now since April of 24. She sucks. Simple. Even Jasmine on her worst day still easily beats Karine. And, yeah, simple. With that being said, and for the last time on this card, I ask, who should they fight next? Being the only thing left to be asked. For Jasmine, I think about this idea on the Seattle card. The winner of this fight, or at least if Jasmine were to win it, I think she should be fighting the recent loser known as Macy Barber. Make perfect sense in my opinion. Barber coming off a god-awful loss, getting fucked up and kind of ruining any chance of her being a top fighter. Jasmine back on track and trying to make one more climb. Be a good fight, would be a good co-main to a fight night card. Fuck, that would be a great Apex main event. And, yeah, I'd be down with you, Jasmine and Barber. And again, it makes sense. Don't know what else you'd have these two do. Does one of them fight Rose? I would not really get the of that. Like, I think more than likely Rose fights like Kong Wang, because they want to really push Wang. So, maybe, I guess. Like, I don't know who, like, Cortez is a fight down. I see no real reason for Jazz to fight down again. So that leaves Rose or Barber, and I just, like, Rose and Jazz would be intriguing, but what do you really get out of that? Another Rose win? So Barber and Jazz is, A, I think Barber and Jazz is a better fight, and B, it's a more interesting fight, so more meaningful fight. One of the two prospects get back on track, and let's see which one can do. Well, Jazz is back on track, but this one was meaningless, so I'm down to see it. Jasmine and Barber, I want to see that fight. Two crazy mean bitches. Look at, I would probably pick Jasmine to win that, but if Barber shows up, she could win, so book it. Again, that'd be a sick Apex main event, or it would be a fucking cool co-main on a fight night, so book it. It could be a pay-per-view featured prelim. Run it. And, yeah, not really too much else to say there. As for the lose here, Karine Silva, I'd be down to see her fight Carly Judice, get Judice on top 15, but I could see her fighting, who could Karine fight? Maybe Casey? Maybe Maverick. Yeah, she wouldn't be a bad return fight for Maverick. So, whenever Maverick comes back, that could work. Or again, maybe she fights, again, I'm down to see her fight Carly Judice. We'll see. And, yeah, she'll lose either of those fights, because she sucks. So, simple. And again, as for the winner here, Jasmine, in the worst point of her UFC career so far, got the win, but looked very timid and safe instead of like Jasmine. And, see if she can look like Jasmine again next time out. Who should that be against? I'm down to see her fight Macy Baba. I think it'd be a very fun fight, crazy fight, and if those two came out to fight because they hate each other, that could be a war. That could be a fun fucking war, and I want to see it, so okay, what more can you really say there? That being said, not really much else to say. Worst fight on the card. Hopefully Jasmine gets back to Jasmine ways, and Queen A hopefully gets cut, but one of those things is unlikely, and it's the latter, ain't it? So, shit fight. Good to see Jasmine win, but which was in better performance, and see if she can get back to her better performing ways and hopefully into Macy Barber, or maybe Rose, but Barber makes more sense, so book it, and not even much else to say there. And then we get the weird last three fights of the card, a good up and down of good and bad fights, beginning with our featured fight of the main card, a decent fight, I guess, but nothing spectacular, especially when this idiot wins a fight. We had in our third fight of the main card I would say it's a fraud checking, to be honest, but dude is also 36 years old, so take that as you will. And we had our third fight of the night, a fun fight for as long as it went, but again, nothing that special. We had Jai Herbert versus Maldonado. It's sad that Rat Garbage is such a fitting nickname for such a shit fighter. Yeah, long story short, Nalo put on the gas, tried to take Herbert out. Herbert survived and eventually clipped Nalo. Kind of Charlie Campbell, Chris Duncan style is kind of what this fight reminds me of. And, yeah, got a nice counter off. Nalo couldn't get his feet back under him and got knocked out, so there you go. Yeah, Jai Herbert won a fight in 2026. And now the UFC's in the fucking gutter. Yeah, I don't care about Jai Herbert. Good, you won a fight. You're underappreciated. You're 3-5 or 4-5 now. Fucking get out of here. And yeah, he sucks, huh? It's fucking Jai Herbert. He didn't get a bonus for a reason. It's the Jai Herbert. If you gave Jai Herbert a bonus, you'd look very fucking pathetic. Just like if Trajan Gore got a bonus, it's like, get fucking real, so there you go. Loser here, Rat Garbage. Not much to say. Meme was funny, but yeah, this dude sucks. Again, Rat Garbage is a fitting nickname for a guy who's this fucking terrible. And, yeah, what did we really expect for a 36-year-old coming off the Contender Series who lied about his age? He's only like 33 when he was on Contender Series, or apparently. So, yeah. Dude sucks. Go back to training with people more than fighting, and, yeah, he is garbage. That is a fitting nickname. That being said, not very much else to say. Jai Herbert sucks. Don't really care. Rat Garbage. It's Rat Garbage. And, yeah, fine fight. Nothing amazing. There you go. Simple. Next. Jai Herbert won a fight. Who cares? And then after that we get back to more decision bullshittery by the judges in our co-main event of the evening. The least deserving fight of the night of 2026 so far, and I would imagine it's gonna stay that way, because there's no way this fight should have got fight of the night. And it was a bullshit robbery on top of that, as we had in our co-main event of the evening in the bantamweight division, a fight that was not much what I expected it to be. We had in our co-lane Charles Jourdain versus Kyler Phillips. Yeah, this was a robbery, and I picked Jourdain, though I'm not biased. Yeah, in round one, Kyler, why are these not loading? Fuck you. You even didn't want to show these shitty fucking scorecards. In round one, Kyler looked good, took Jourdain down a few times, got a lot of control time, took the round. Round two, Jourdain bounced back, looked alright, even though after round one they were both gassed at bantamweight. But, you know, either way, Jourdain bounced back round two, looked fine enough, and then round three, Kyler definitely won this round. He got a few takedowns. He landed some good shots on the feet. Jourdain did a few nice strikes and all that, but just not enough to win this fight. And at the end of the fight, I patted 29-28 Phillips, but you're in Canada, you're gonna get the decision, and unless you're Jamie Lenore. And yeah, they handed Jourdain a win he definitely did not fucking get, so yeah, this was bullshit. This was a fucking robbery. Kyler Phillips won this fight. I really don't get the scorecards here. I don't really know. It's not as bad as the Horace fight, of course, but yeah, Jourdain did not win this fight, so a little bit bullshit of a decision, and yeah, not even a great fight, and I have no idea how this got fired tonight. I thought this fight was okay-ish, but I could name 4 fights that easily deserved fight of the night more if you were gonna give it out, so, like, fucking hell. Nalo would have been a better fight of the night than this, like, what the fuck. And, yeah, what more can I really say here? I'm not gonna waste my time talking about robbery. Jourdain went back to Jourdain ways of looking very subpar in a fight that he should win. And Kyler Phillips actually looked pretty decent for the first time in a couple years, so still sucks that both guys gassed after like 4 minutes, and that this fight was a lot of whatever, so had on top of that a bullshit robbery, and you get whatever this co-main was, so there you go, not much else to say. And again, I picked Jourdain, so I'm not biased, I'm, like always, honest. And then, finally, the main event of the evening, the lame event of the evening, whatever you want to call it, both are true, as we had in the predictable main event of the evening in the welterweight division, a fight just to get a shitty fighter in the top 15 that he has no right being in. We had our lame event of the evening to end a very piss-poor night in Winnipeg. We had Mike Malott versus Gilbert Burns. Is anyone surprised by the outcome of this fight? Like, say 25% on Burns, that's crazy. For 2 rounds, I'm not even sure my scorecard is the same. For 2 rounds, Malott easily beat up Burns on the feet. Round 3, he finally hurt him, dropped him, got the knockout. Dickhead couldn't do it in round 2, so I could look smart. And, there you go, simple. It was just Malott kind of like, Burns landed a few shots that were okay, but nothing really that great, and, yeah, Malott just broke him over time, got the round 3 knockout, done, dusted, simple. What else is there to say there, so, simple. To talk about the fighters here, most of here the still god-awful Mike Malott, now 7-1 in the UFC, and has looked pretty shit in most of those fights. Yeah, he's shit. He is just not a top 15 level guy, and I truly have no idea who he's gonna beat in the top 15. None of them, actually. Maybe Leon Edwards, because he sucks. But outside of that, like, I would take Colby to beat him. I'd take D-Rod to beat him. Bonfim, Bilal, probably even Buckley's bun ass. Like, Malott sucks. I don't know a simpler way to put it. And, yeah, dude's just Jacoby Smith and Seal Kyun Ko would beat him. Jake Matthews, Muslim Salikov, like, fuck Chiesa probably would have beat him. That's, like, this dude sucks. I don't know another way to put it. He's just not a good fighter, and he's gonna get exposed again real soon, because let's not forget, this man will always just be Neil Magny's bitch. And then, for the loser here, in his last dance, kind of expected, either he was going to get cut or retire. Thankfully he retired. Gilbert Burns, ending his career 22-10 at 39 years old, 15-10 in the UFC. Enjoy retirement, Gilly. yeah, pretty bad end to his career, but he had a decent career overall. Had some fun fights. Like up off, we started at lightweight, but then moved up. Had that run to the title, lost to Usman, that banger with Hamzat. He actually could beat Neil Magny, retired Masvidal, and then lost 5 straight. And actually was beating JDM until the finish, and yeah, just all fell apart. And yeah, what more can you really say here? So age got up to him, and that's that. So again, enjoy retirement. Long over, about probably a year late, and yeah, still did better here than he did against Michael Morales, because that says more about him a lot. And yeah, enjoy retirement, Gilbert. Probably will go into Hall of Fame for that Hamzat fight, and yeah, not much else to say there. Had some bangers. Time is time. Enjoy retirement. Like the 5th retirement we've had in the last fucking few months. Like, goddamn. With that being said, not very much else left to say here. I'm not giving Mike Malott a fight idea because I don't give a fuck. I'm probably gonna fight Leon Edwards, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. Dude fucking blows. And, yeah, not very much else to say there. Yeah. Simple. Burns' last dance went pretty bad, and didn't go out as good as Cub Swanson and Chiesa, that's for sure. And yeah, what is that, like the 4th or I'm trying to really think, that's like the 4th or 5th in cage retirement this year. And yeah, so a lot sucks. Enjoy retirement, Gilbert. Malott's gonna get fucked in the top 15 unless he fights Leon Edwards. And yeah, not very much else to say there. So simple, fine main event. I've had no issue with it, and enjoy retirement, Gilbert. And with that being said, in the shortest video I've made in ever, I say, boom, that was the recap. An hour only. Do how I did on picks. I went 4 of 12, 3 perfect, 315. Actually, this is true, because I got this wrong and I got this right, so yeah, pretty terrible. Trash, old, trash, gassed, and trash. So thank God for this fucking draw in hindsight. And yeah, I never do good on Canada cards, but how are you meant to when A, if you get a fight completely right, they'll rob the winner, or B, most of the fucking underdogs win, so I don't care, whatever. The bonuses for the card went to Malott and Barbosa, 5-9 to Jourdain. I agree with Barbosa. Truly, Barbosa is the only one who deserves a bonus here. If you had to give out other ones, I would say John Giannis should have got one. About it, I guess. Vlogged and Castaneda, fight of the night. Side of that, yeah. Like, who are you giving a bonus to? Robert Valentin? Chai Herbert? Get fucking real. The Jourdain fight was not that good. Malott, get fucking real, so. Sorry, Barbosa, really. No one should have got a bonus here, but whatever. If you missed the card, what should I say? You should go back and rewatch Barbosa. About it. Like, if you want to watch, you can watch Giannis, Castaneda, Croden, Herbert, and Malott. All that was pretty. I guess Jourdain, if you. Nah, robbery, fuck that. Malott. If you want to watch that, all that was watchable, I guess. Skip, for sure. Aldridge, Gokhan, Valentin, Young, Jasmine, Jourdain. All that was shit. And, yeah, so, really Barbosa, if you want to watch a little bit more, then check out those other ones, and, yeah, pretty simple there. From second to last, and the best segment of all, we have the chopping block up next. Sadly, And being honest, being realistic, I think it's a one-headed block this week. That being Dennis Bazookia. Again, I see no reason to keep him. So yeah, he can get cut. By that, I wish I could face Siraj, Bozer, LeBlanc, and Karine, but they ain't getting cut. And then outside of that, Horse 1, Lesnikova, no. Moises, maybe he kind of deserves it. Nalo, no. And Kyler, he won, so what does that tell you? So, Bazookia for sure, but God, I wish Siraj, Bozer, LeBlanc, and Karine were realistic to put on here, but I would be amazed if anyone outside of Bazookia got cut on this card, after this card, so I got my fingers crossed, but I doubt it happens. I was really banking on Castaneda losing, because then I at least have 2 heads on the block, but only Bazookias, which I'm also okay with, because it's about 2 years late to getting rid of him, so there you go. And lastly, with that being said, what do I rate this card? Ooh, that's a loaded question, because it is better than 326 by how much? I'm gonna say 3.5 out of 10, a little above 326, which I think was a 3.1, 3.2, but yeah, 3.5, and that's the highest I can go. No 3.6, a 4, you're on fucking drugs. I said if this card could get a 5, it would be a miracle, and it didn't get close to it. And to be honest, if you take away Barbosa, this is like a 2.2 or some shit. So that 3 is heavily carried by this man. And then the only thing that makes it above 326 is the other underneath fights are like those prelims for 326 were so shit. The prelims for this card were actually better, so. But yeah, I'm just gonna say 3.5, it was what it was, and yeah, second worst card of the year. I'm not surprised, and we went from the best card of the year last week to the worst card of the year, second worst this week, and next week could join the club as we at the bottom tier, as now we move forward to UFC Vegas, I believe 116 week. Sterling versus Zalal. God damn it. That's such a shit fight. Yeah, and that card's really bad, to be honest. Norm Dumont, Jocelyn Edwards is a good fight. Julia Pilarstri, I'm hyped for that. The rest of the card fucking blows. And, I mean, there's another gem or two there, but yeah, most of it sucks. And, yeah, not looking forward to it. I believe it's Vegas 116, but gotta talk about either way. So next week we will. Friday breakdown, recap Sunday, and yeah, streams when we do them shorts, and not really much more I can say there. So this card was not great. 3.5 out of 10 is really bad, and see if next week, which is also not a great looking card, can get us back on track. I doubt it. And then I believe is it Strickland after that? Maybe I'm wrong. I hope it is. And yeah, let's get the fuck out of Canada till October when they have another shitty card. And yeah, not very much else to say there. Shortest breakdown or recap I've had in ever, and yeah, Barbosa, I'm fine with forgetting any of this ever happened. So that being said, not really much else to be said outside of. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, unless I'm afraid to say something which I don't believe I am, let's get the fuck out of Canada, head to the Apex, which might actually be better at this point, and say, as always, was this better than Mania? Like, one at least? That's a debate of its own. That's shit versus shit, so, as always, RX out. Good vibes. Only